everyone, welcome back. This is gonna be the first video for the Celeb Recreation Month. I was supposed to post this Sunday and didn't. I've just been in a weird, bad headspace, but I want to get back into it. So we're gonna be starting off with, I don't remember how many votes it is, I'll put it down in the pinned comment below, but the votes for Samara Weaving, and I did not know exactly which version or what movie or what show they wanted me to do her from, so I just decided to go with the one that I think would be most recognized to people. Her like bridal look from Ready or Not, so we're gonna jump into it. I do just want to preference that I did very bad eyelash extensions, so those will be getting in the way a little bit, but I mean, it's quarantine lash extensions. I'm not too worried about it. Anyways, so I'm gonna do the makeup. I'm gonna put what I'm gonna use down in the description box if you want to check it out. But one of my friends suggested doing a rant format video. She said that I rant a lot, so it would be a funny video to do. So I'm gonna get started with eyebrows because she has these really like thick, amazing eyebrows in the movie, and rant while I, do the makeup. Anyways, if you guys prefer not rant or specifically makeup tutorials or just specifically like ranting while I do nothing else, just let me know down below because that would help me out to know what people would like to see. All right, so we're gonna hop into it. All right. So starting off, I'm gonna be doing my eyebrows and looking in the mirror off camera, just so if I'm looking this way, that's what that's for. But I'm gonna try to use my camera best I can so that I'm not always looking away from you guys. Just for this smaller detail work, I'm gonna probably be looking off camera. Anyways, so something that I've been seeing going around YouTube is and I know for a fact I'm not gonna say her name right, the Mika Stauffer case, the one she rehomed her autistic son, or rehomed, where I guess the police were actually looking for him for a while because she didn't do it through an adoption agency, allegedly. I'm just gonna say that just for, I don't think there's gonna be more than like 10 or 20 people who see this video, but just for my own protection, allegedly. But it's 100% known fact because she stated it herself that they did give away her adopted son. And since then, a lot has been coming out about these YouTube moms and like family vloggers and people who basically use their children as content. And it's kind of being seen as like this new thing. But to me personally, it seems more like a new version of the momager. And now, before I took modeling more seriously or jumped back into it technically, I worked a few jobs. I did cashiering, I worked at Sephora, I worked at a modeling school, and I worked in restaurants. I met so many freaking momagers while working at a modeling school. It was technically modeling acting school, like talent. Anyways, I'm not going to give away the name of it, any information on the moms, basically. It's just not something I feel okay with. I've seen some people, when they talk about their crazy experiences working at places like that, they'll like give very easily findable descriptions of the places. So I don't feel comfortable doing that. But yeah, so when I worked there, I met a lot of momagers, and all of these people either think their kid is the absolute best or the absolute worst. It's weird. There's like no in between. Their kid to them is either the greatest thing on earth or the absolute worst thing on earth. And if you disagree with them or try to lift up a kid if they think it's the worst kid, or if you try to give them more reasonable expectations, they will flip out. For example, part of my job was to coordinate with agents and managers who would come in and who would want to look for new talent. And everybody knew that. So everybody knew what my job is. And actually, I'll do a story time on how I ended up having that job. I didn't sign up for that job. I'll do a story time on how that happened to me some other time. Maybe soon, maybe later, I'm not sure. But, so basically everybody knew that because that's what the woman who last had the position would do. And she was very okay with letting everybody know that she was the one who communicated with the agents and managers. So I would have moms, and keep in mind I was 19. Like, now yes, I'm an adult, however, 19, you're thrust into a situation you didn't ask for, you don't have a lot of qualifications for. It's intense, especially because you don't want to be dealing with these stage moms or momagers. And these moms, sorry, I'm just gonna always show like kind of what I'm using, and I'll link it down below. These moms would come into me before the audition days, and they would try to bribe me to get their kid in first, or to put a good word in with an agent and a manager and to be like, can you mention my kid's name? And I would tell them just the simple truth that legally, and at least, I'm not actually sure if it was legal, but all I know is my boss told me not to. And so I basically told them, you know, the boss says I can't. My only job is just to coordinate these and help it run smoothly. And I would have a lot of momagers, middle-aged women, yell at me. I had some weird insults thrown my way, actually, if I would not, you know, mention their kid's specific name to the agent and the manager. And in fact, from knowing some of the agents and managers, that would have been so off-putting to them, it actually would have lessened their kids' chances because they don't want to deal with that. And then they kind of know that those are the parents mentioning, so they feel like those are the parents that are going to be trouble. So, I mean, pro tip there, if you're a momager, if you seem like trouble, the agent's going to go with the kid whose parents does not seem like they're going to be crazy, uptight, and troublemaking. Anyways, so just kind of wanted to give my background on experience with momagers. And the good thing though about momagers in an actual industry like modeling, acting, I don't know anything about singing or the singing industry. Music industry is what that would be. But so the good thing about the kids in those lines of work is they're protected. They have now obviously they're not protected from everything. Shady stuff still happens in the entertainment industry. There's a little bit less talk about it than there was in 2016 with the Me Too movement, but it is definitely still going on. I can tell you that with 100% fact, it still happens. But the kids' privacy, kids' the money the kid earns is very protected, because any serious production, whether it be a television show or movie, or any serious photographer, modeling agency, magazine, they're gonna have your kid get a Coogan account, which is basically like the money the kid earns. Like, technically the parents do still have access to it, however, the money's in the kid's name and the parents can't take it all. And also there are like unions set up so that the kids don't have to work over a certain amount of hours, even if a parent wants to push for the kid to be able to work more hours for more money. That kind of protects the kids there. And so what I have noticed, at least what the Micah Stouffer thing has re-brought out, or at least made me notice more, is that parents are putting themselves or just their kids, or themselves and their kids, on YouTube in hopes of making their kid into a star star or their family into a star. Basically, making money off the kid. We'll just go with that because it's pretty much what it is. And so in the situations like the Micah Stauffer thing, that little boy is not protected the same way he would be if like he was an actor through an agency or a model through an agency, because all that money they made off of him is not going to him. It's not going to him at all. It goes to them. It goes to whatever they want to buy, because he is not protected. And I have seen this same trend go over with quite, sorry, she's a tiny nose. And I do not, so I'm just trying to, I don't know, I can't contour for crap, so I don't even know why I'm trying. But basically, what I've seen with like situations like these are these momagers. And of course, the world's most famous momager, Kris Jenner, has made this into almost like a cool hip thing. Like, look at me. You know, I'm a momager, and you know, the Kardashians could never work another day and be set for the rest of their life. So it very much seems like there are moms who see women like Kris Jenner and think, wow, that's what I want to do. I'm going to be the momager. We're going to make the big bucks. Yeah. So basically, it seems like YouTube, doesn't have the same level of like protection or basically a setup foundation for, and of course they wouldn't think of this. They're not going to think, oh, hey, I create this platform where people can make videos. Watch these parents go exploit their kids. Because yeah, I mean, technically people can say they should have known this would happen, but I think nobody goes through like their day-to-day life or when they created it thinking that this was going to happen, but it did. So, and it's not just Micah Stauffer and just her family doing it. I saw something like 8 Passengers. It's like a family channel where they had the son sleeping on like a beanbag instead of an actual bed because they were mad that he pulled like a prank or something. That when I heard about what the prank was, my parents would have been grateful if he was their kid. Like, it was nothing. It was nothing. It was not a big deal. And then there was Eugenia Cooney. I cannot speak to if her mom is a momager or if her mom is definitely the one who's been doing this to her. However, from her videos that I've seen, it very much seems like, it very much seems like it is her mother who is the reason for like her eating disorder and the reason why she hasn't gotten the professional help that she needs, which is really, really, really sad. And then there was Venus Angelica's mom. I actually, fun fact, used to watch Venus Angelica, and I knew her mom was basically the person who was taking the videos. And at first it was fun because I grew up watching anime, so even though I never wore like the Lolita fashion or like that Harajuku fashion, I still liked to see people do it, and I thought it was fun and kind of unique. So I did enjoy her content until it started to get kind of hypersexualized. And I was well aware that it was her own mother filming it, and that turned me off of her channel so much because I felt very uncomfortable to be watching. And I was well aware that she was getting older, like she was at an age where it wasn't necessarily a big deal. However, doesn't matter how old I am, I could never in a million years see my mom filming me in any type of sexual or provocative manner. In fact, I've shown my mom photos from photo shoots, and she'll be like, "Do you want to like pull that up a bit?" It's so like, that's why I'm very personally grateful that my mom is my mom, because she's always been protective of me and been like, you know, you don't have to do that. If that doesn't make you comfortable, don't do it. Instead of what I've seen a lot on YouTube and other forms. Of course, there's like Twitch streamers, there's Periscope streamers, I believe, Instagram girls, like I can't remember her name, Danielle Cohn. I literally cannot pronounce anyone's name. And her mom very obviously taking photos of this 16 or allegedly 13 or 14-year-old girl. Like very suggestive, hypersexualized photos of her. And I personally think that that is beyond sad, and that's why I don't understand people hating on like the girl who's either 13 or 16 or whatever her actual age is, because her mom's the adult in this situation. And a big mass of people telling you that something's wrong, I can understand people being like, you know what, enough people have told her that this isn't right. But also, where's she gonna go? What's she gonna do? It's very sad. And of course, if her mom's convinced her that this is okay, she's gonna think it's okay. And so, basically, or at least the point of this rant, is to talk about the fact that, now I'm very well aware there's probably be like 15 to 20 people who see this video at all. But if even 15 to 20 people, they talk about it, then maybe more people talk about it, and then eventually something can be done. And basically, YouTube needs some type of child protection laws, or like version of like a Coogan account where the money goes under the kid's name. The parents don't get to like touch it, or they can only touch like a certain percentage of it. Because obviously, if like your kid's making like the JoJo Siwa money, they're making that big of money, like you can obviously buy a house, etc., with it. However, I don't think that a parent should be able to touch all of their kids' money, especially when there are people using kids who are saying that they don't want to do this anymore, or they don't like what they're doing, and they're using that as content. Like, it was the same thing with that Daddy of 5 situation from like 2 or 3 years ago. The guy who would like pull really like messed up pranks on his sons, and I guess like one of them was his ex-wife's son, or maybe 2 of them were his ex-wife's kids. I don't know why she didn't have custody of them. But yeah, those kids suffered, and he made a good deal of money off of like pranking and emotionally messing with his kids. And I just thought that was the saddest thing ever. So I think after there's situations like this Mika Micah, the Daddy of 5, Eugenia Cooney, Venus Angelica, like there's a pattern to this, and people need to do something about it, basically. Because we can see drama channels talk about them all the time, but at the end of the day, if we're the ones watching and nobody's talking about doing something, it is eventually us being slightly part of that problem of, well, why didn't you speak up, or why didn't you suggest something? So, I mean, obviously, I just wanted to rant because the world's dark in many different directions right now, and 2020 has exhausted me to the point where there are days I don't want to leave my bed, I don't want to leave my room. But I figured, let's just bring up another thing in 2020 and make it. But, sorry, her brows are like so thick and nice, and I decided that I was going to take my brows and just shave them down so much. I don't know why. It's not even like a look that I really like, but I just decided to shave down my brows because I was bored like 2 weeks ago. So I'm just trying to fill them in a little bit to match hers. But the whole thing is just really sad, and I hope that more people talk about it so that more people will do stuff about it. And now, of course, people have talked about the situation. They talk about what to do for that boy. However, it's definitely not just that boy. And there's different forms of these, the best word for them is like, because people are calling them YouTube moms, but they are still like that same cut of those momagers who are very okay with exploiting their kids as long as they get, you know, the financial gain. If their kid has clout or whatever, you know, because then mom and dad don't have to work. And I think, and yeah, of course, I know YouTube is work, editing, filming the videos. However, if mom and dad don't want to work a 9-to-5 job to take care of their kids and they realize that they can put them on camera, and obviously these kids are way too young to consent to being put on camera. Like, they don't know at 5 or 6 if that's what they want. And you can hear in multiple different family vlogs the kids saying like not to film certain situations, and the parents will like laugh it off like it's a funny joke. It's not funny. It's quite sad. So yeah, I just wanted to finish up that rant. Of course, we might see all of this still continue to happen. But I just wanted to bring another thing to light because there's not enough of that already. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's watching, everybody who listened. If you guys like the rant format, please let me know. I'd be happy to rant some more for you guys. And if not, also let me know down below, because I'm hoping around the end of June I'll be able to start doing modeling vlogs, because that's kind of why this channel was originally started. But then quarantine hit and there was no way to do it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed just my ranting. But if not, let me know down below. I'm happy to just do makeup for the time being. I'm happy to just do modeling once I can start modeling again. Whatever you guys want, let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed the look. And whoever voted for smarter weaving, I hope this is what you guys are talking about, like the Ready or Not wedding makeup. I can't do hair. That's something you will see. I can't do hair. I can't do makeup very well, but I really can't do hair. But I hope this is kind of what you guys were thinking. If not, let me know down below. I could do her Hollywood look. I could do the look from The Babysitter. I don't know how I'd get those waves and those curls, but I'll figure out something. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today and letting me get that off my chest. And I am going to be doing, because I really do love the movie Ready or Not, I do plan on doing her ripped up, bloody version of the wedding dress and like that full like blood splattered like face at the end that she has. Probably in October, I might do a Final Girl season or month, I guess, where I recreate the looks and outfits of different final girls from horror movies, because horror movies have honestly got me through 2020. I guess if something's more horrifying on screen than your real life is, then it takes away that time. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.